Hey, good evening, my friends, neighbors in Cape Hayes Windward, Rotunda West, Englewood, Venice, Sarasota to some degree. Good evening. I'm meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with farmerweather.com and meteorologist 35 years. Maybe you're just seeing this for the first time. I've been sharing my thoughts with everybody right in my neighborhood, specifically for Rotunda West, Cape Hayes Windward, the old Englewood area, and Venice to a certain degree. We did it. It looks like it. Now, this is the sneaky part of the storm coming up because the wind is starting to come in. So I have down, and by the way, no changes to my forecast. I'm going to read you the discussion. It is a sheared hurricane, and we talked about that a lot, okay? So now the sneaky part of the storm, now to midnight, is when the wind gusts come in. You'll look at the radar, and it actually doesn't look really impressive at all for a hurricane, but I think we now get the wind gusts 70 to 90 miles an hour. I'm still seeing in that wind field now to midnight, and let's get on into it and show you what I'm talking about. So here's the radar, and it's what the Hurricane Center calls an open eye. So you don't see the thunderstorm circle all the way around. That's a sign of a hurricane that is faltering. Still a very strong hurricane, but they've actually taken the wording down to could be near a major hurricane. Major hurricane they call category 3, 4, or 5. So landfall is just in the next couple of hours away, where they're talking about Longboat Key, Bradenton area, where it's always been forecast, and you can see that that looks like it would be the case. So one thing I want to look at with you here is the wind field, because now I'm kind of lacking observations of exactly what's happening. I have a little bit, but so we go to the wind field on the Doppler radar, and I'm going to put this tool on it so you can see what I'm talking about. So here's your eye, and remember, counterclockwise flow around the storm system. So the west winds are now coming into Rotunda and Englewood. Here's the inspector tool showing 95, 100 mile an hour winds. That's not at the surface, because remember, the radar is way up here, Ruskin basically, and as the radar beam goes out, it goes higher in the atmosphere. So down in Rotunda West, Englewood, the radar beam is probably 10 to 15,000 feet up in the air. So you're seeing the winds aloft, and that can transfer down to the ground to a certain degree. No real mathematical formula. That's why I say now, next couple of hours, gusts of 70 to 90 miles an hour out of the west. So our wind direction will be changing. Well, it's out of the south. It's out of the south. Actually, Venice, I found the highest gust report in the last hour out of the southeast at 68 miles an hour. We can handle that. So I'm just saying that now through midnight, probably the worst part of the storm on the wind. So I got Rotunda West, Cape Hayes Windward, 70 to 90 mile per hour gusts, 90 not very likely. And by late morning to noonish tomorrow, the winds come down to just an occasional uncomfortable gust, 40, 50 miles an hour. But basically the meat of it, if you get through midnight on gusts with no damage, you probably have no damage. Englewood, 70 to 90 miles an hour also. 90 mile an hour more likely. These are gusts. They're short for a minute or two, and maybe just a few of them. Venice, 80 to 95 mile an hour gust still looks like a possible situation. And then Sarasota, we still have to go 80 to 110 mile an hour gust possible. Sounds kind of ominous, but as this hurricane falters, so to speak, it will not be able to be what we call an overachiever. Now, on to some data. Maybe. Let's see, how do I want to do this? There you go. We can see this now. Let's go down into the observations in our area. There's Sarasota. East winds at 26, gusting to 60. So they're still north of the eye because of the east wind. St. Petersburg gusting to 61. Venice, southeast wind at 43, sustained, gusting to 68. So the eye is, just west of Venice, 20 miles or so. And we don't get anything, unfortunately, we don't get anything from Rotunda West officially. Punta Gorda, southeast, gusting to 49. And you can see as you move south, gusting into the 40s and 50s. All right, let's see what the Hurricane Center has to say. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't even see that. Well, you got the observations for you. Okay, here we go. And this is meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, meteorologist of 35 years, and own a home with my wife in Rotunda West. So trying to keep my friends, neighbors, updated. Hopefully I get a gold star. Well, so far. Better wait until it's all over. But remember, I told you, hurricanes do not like shear. They do not like dry weather. Everybody was panicking last night, and we saw the dry air coming in, and the machine has faltered. Right here, we get to look at the satellite picture. So just stare at it, and what I notice is that this is a 3-hour animation. What I noticed in the last hour, the thunderstorms jumped northward again into Tampa Bay, and the whole circulation, it's still there, but it looks to be coming jumbled up, and it can't go the other way in this environment. It's not going to re-energize. Okay, Hurricane Center, some of their discussion. Let's see, 6 o'clock update. They talk about some of the biggest gusts, and this is all they could find. 58-mile-an-hour wind sustained, gusting to 77 at Edgemont Channel. And sustained wind of 54 miles an hour, gust to 66 in St. Petersburg. So this is good information to have right here. The location of the eye is about 50 miles southwest of Sarasota. Maximum sustained winds 120 miles an hour, so it is still a powerful hurricane that is probably on the north side of the eye out in the ocean. Present movement northeast 45 degrees and 15 miles an hour. Central pressure 948, that's still low but continues to rise. Signs of a weakening storm system. Here is the radar forecast. So now what we get to do, and I've been waiting for this, we get to use the high resolution rapid refresh models. HRRR, high resolution. You'll see the resolution is higher than what we've been showing you, what I've been showing you. Rapid refresh means it runs every hour, so we don't have to wait every 6 hours to get a model. We're looking at the radar forecast, and you can see that open eye structure. You could see that the rain, like I told you all along, this wasn't a rain thing for Rotunda West, Inglewood, Venice area. The rain is not done, but it comes in waves of squall lines, manageable showers and thunderstorms. So here we go, hour by hour now. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So we get a squall line coming in from the northwest as the eye moves inland, and that's when the water can slosh back. It's been held out into the ocean on a southeast wind, and then the storm surge can come in. Now, it stands to reason that hurricane not quite as strong. Okay, and I just thank you, Robert Catherine. He runs Happy Hibiscus. Does a great job there. Blowing hard now. Gusts are really strong. No rain. So confirmed what we're seeing on the radar. This is the wind time. The next couple of hours. This is kind of a gust front. So this will be the scary part of the hurricane. Thank you for that report. I'm going to just text him here real quick. Okay. All right, confirming what I was thinking. Okay. So, sorry about that. I got too many tabs open right now. Okay, radar forecast. Now, rapid refresh, so I even have a newer version than what I was just showing you. Heavy rain stays north. We're in the wind. This is 11 o'clock, midnight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. So not a big rain deal. Let's see what this does with the wind, and it's pretty good at the wind. Here in the north, it overdoes it sometimes. So it shows that wind gust coming in. It actually has an area around, I would say around Venice northward. It has an area of 100 miles an hour. I don't know. I think that's probably overdone, but it shows you that this is the time. This is 8 o'clock tonight. 9, 10, 11. So again, now to midnight and probably really the next 2 or 3 hours is when we get it. We go to a west wind. Picks up a little bit overnight, so this is not going to be a calm night. This is going to be a windy night. It goes back to a west-northwest wind, and that's when I feel the ocean surge can slosh in. So that's when it will happen. I guess we got to say if the storm overall wasn't quite as strong as what the government portrayed, then the surge would not be as strong. But I don't believe you will see a reduction in the forecast. We saw a little bit of a reduction from Sarasota down to Englewood at 9 to 13 feet instead of 10 to 15. But I don't think you're going to see really much reduction, and we're kind of losing the full force of the storm. We have the wind, but we don't have the momentum of the whole storm, fortunately. So I still continue to say we got to wait until morning because I'm not a storm surge expert, but I think it's going to be far less for most of us than what those diagrams have portrayed. And I think Rotunda West, you'll stay dry most likely. Cape Hayes windward, I think we'll stay dry. Again, Old Englewood along the shoreline, Cape Hayes, probably inundated with water, but we will have to see on that one. All right, so what we know now is that we got the winds for the next several hours. What else do I have for you? Okay, here's, you know what we can do? Let's go to this high resolution rapid refresh on total rainfall just to show you, let's see, what do we got here? Okay, I just got another movie. It's windy for sure. Very light rain. So she's, hold on a second here. Okay, I'm watching a video. Winds are picking up. All right. Thank you. That's my buddy Melissa Brayman in Rotunda West. Sent a video. Looked like maybe about, at the moment, 50 to maybe 60 mile an hour winds. So this is where your gusts are going to come in. And remember, a gust is 30 seconds or 15 seconds or something like that. That's where you can get your 70 to 90. I think it's about the strongest it's going to be here in the next hour. And by the way, it's 7:27 in the evening. Back to it here. So here's your total rainfall off of this. And we're down to, we might have another ½ inch to inch. The heavy rain up to the north. This was never in my forecast really a rainmaker. All right, so I think that kind of does it. Here's what we have. Sneaky part of the storm because the radar doesn't look ominous. Now the wind comes in. Now through midnight, gust 70 to 90 miles an hour, steady winds probably about 60 here in the next hour through Rotunda West, through Cape Hayes, Windward, Inglewood. I do believe that Venice probably could get up to a 90 mile an hour, 95 mile an hour gust perhaps. Sarasota 80 to 110 miles an hour, but all probably appear to be underperforming what the range. Okay. Storm surge tonight. It will be there. I don't think it's, inland certainly, away from the shoreline, it's not as bad as what the images have portrayed. Life-threatening, definitely, so be careful. And, of course, at the beach, Manasota Key, Old Inglewood, that west wind is still going to be a surge maker. By morning, we'll know by first light how far the water came in. I was thinking about this. It might not be the water so much as the debris line that it leaves. So keep me updated now. I appreciate it. Melissa Brayman and Robert Cathermole for the updates right now. That helps a lot. I'll try to keep you updated tonight on when the winds start to go down and that part 2 of the storm system will be over. I'm meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Take care. Good luck.